Next guest, anointed man of God, doing something that I believe is extremely necessary in this day and age. He's holding up the banner and making the clarion call to our men. I want you to welcome to Atlanta Live, Richard Rice from Man on Purpose.
How you doing?
Richard, glad to have you on tonight, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself, and then let's get into Man on Purpose.
Well, myself, basically I came to God in 2005.
Okay.
Before that, I lived a pretty wild and crazy lifestyle.
Okay.
Got into bodybuilding. I was a bouncer. Got paid to smash heads, so to speak, and grew up violence. I had a lot of violence in my childhood, so that, you know, as an adult, that just played itself out.
Yeah.
Like I said, I came to God in 2005, also through a violent rage. Said I had enough. We're going to church.
Yeah.
Didn't know anything about church. So went to church, and from there on, I got baptized in 2006, shortly a few months after, and it's just been rolling ever since. I just really dove into wanting to serve God.
Yeah.
So basically that, you know, transpired just over the years into different ministries. I served on the homeless ministry in our church. Did that for 3 or 4 years with my wife. Was on the security ministry.
Gotcha.
Did that for a while. Actually, currently still do that a little bit, and then helped start Celebrate Recovery in our church.
Gotcha.
So through those chain of events, I just really, you know, dealing with my own issues, really came to a point to where I saw how broken and messed up we men really are.
Yeah.
So through my certification with John Maxwell, that's how this came about.
Gotcha.
Wanted to get more into leadership. That's always been my thing. You know, prior military. Just wanted to really dive into the leadership thing, and John Maxwell happened to be one of the individuals that I got to know through our church.
Gotcha.
Got involved in the certification of that. Graduated from that in February of this year, mind you. And didn't know where to go with it. God spoke to me one Saturday morning, and I believe it was in March 18th actually, woke me up on a Saturday morning and said stuff initially. I jumped up and I said, grabbed my iPad and just started taking notes, and he said something about man on purpose and intentional and just, you know, all the, it was, you know, a puzzle at first.
Yeah.
Then eventually it became clear, all the stuff that I've done before, my past, my present, it all added up. My heart for men, not only homeless, but men in general, because God helped me in a lot of my stuff. And I just had a heart for men, and God knew that, so he said, you're going to do this thing called Man on Purpose. Because everything I had to do as a Christian was on purpose.
Gotcha.
You can't do anything laying around.
That's right.
You have to get up and you have to do something.
That's good.
And that's my biggest thing. Guys, you know, we have to do something. We have to be intentional. We have to be on purpose. We have to get busy, and you know, for God, to build his kingdom. So that's basically how Man on Purpose came about. And then, of course, I thought that was it. Okay. Then he says,
gives you a vision.
Gives me a vision. Says you're going to do an event.
Wow.
And that's what led into what's getting ready to happen on Saturday. But it's just, I mean, even talking about it, it just still blows my mind, you know.
Tell me a little bit about the event on Saturday.
Well, actually, so out of that, God said, you know, you're going to do an event. And so what I was able to do, and now, mind you, we're talking since March.
Gotcha. It's a quick work.
Very quick.
Quick work.
I'm still in shock that I'm sitting here with you on this channel. You know? So, I mean, I was already on the radio. Was able to do that to get the word out. So what we're doing is it's praise and worship time. Basically, what I did was when I was at the Maxwell, I took John Maxwell gave us a teaching that's not even in book form yet. It basically was a skeleton.
Gotcha.
And I didn't know what to do with it. Well, God showed me that Saturday morning.
Wow.
That was part of it. You're going to turn this into a full-blown teaching and direct it towards men. And basically, it's called the 15 Laws of Personal Growth. And it fits perfect.
Yeah.
And it stems also from the 21 irrefutable laws. There's a lot of that in there. But I took it and added scripture to it, and then I could point it straight at men and say, if we do these things, we'll get a step further.
Wow.
You know, doing something on purpose, starting something. So that's going to be a teaching. And then we're going to have a friend of mine is going to speak on accountability. So not only do you have the men needing to do something on purpose, but here's this whole thing called accountability.
That's good.
We don't like accountability.
That's right.
So first of all, we have a hard time doing what we need to do.
That's right.
And then on top of that, you're talking about I have to be accountable to somebody. So we're going to talk about that, and I don't mean the accountability is where, you know, you may call me up and say, hey Richard, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. How's your week? Doing great. Okay, I'll talk to you in a couple of days. No. Me becoming part of your life and you becoming part of my life. We walk side by side and do this thing for God's kingdom. So we're gonna dive into that, and that's basically it. It's from 8 to 1, and you know, it's my first event. And it's just come together like I can't believe. Doors were opening. The church that I'm doing it at, you know, again, God. It happened through a car wreck. And, you know, and just opening that church up to us, and then just the people that are involved. Because I prayed. I told God, I said, God, you know, if you want me to do this, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the best people God uses.
Exactly. You know, I'm good at using my mouth. But I don't know how to go about doing this. So you need to bring me the resources, bring me the people. And he did. He opened door after door after door, and Saturday it's fixing to go down.
Wow.
So
powerful. What do you expect to see happen out of Saturday's event? I know it's just one of many things you're going to do with this Man on Purpose brand, but what are you expecting God to do? What kind of results are you looking for?
Men changed.
That's good.
I mean, that's it basically. No, a beginning.
Okay.
It's a start. We have to start somewhere. I had to start somewhere. We had to start somewhere. Just to be able to see men surrendering through praise and worship, getting in that area of surrender, and then just intentionally wanting to do something.
Yeah.
So with the praise and worship and with getting them in that area, and actually part of the whole event